Hi friends, what is negotiation? Why is it required? How it can be done effectively? What are the various orientations to negotiation? These are the topics which I would like to share with you over this video. The Oxford Dictionary describes the word negotiate as to hold a discussion so as to reach an agreement. Negotiation is the effort between two or more parties to reach an agreement with each party having the right to veto. It is a method by which people settle differences by avoiding an argument. Have you ever think why we need these negotiations in our business or even in our life? As you know, each of us may have different values and priorities that need to be addressed. It will obviously result in differences of opinion. This difference of opinion in agreement on the goals or the methods to achieve them or the methods to solve problems may result in negotiations. It is necessary to understand that the effective negotiation is that which helps to reach an agreement within two or more parties without jeopardizing the business or personal relations. If we need to succeed in our business, the skill of effective negotiation is inevitable. Let us check how it can be done effectively. First, we need to understand ourselves. Set our goals before initiating a negotiation. If we don't know our goals, we can't succeed in deciding the boundaries of our negotiation. Have you heard about BATNA? BATNA is the best alternative to a negotiated agreement. We need to formulate one such BATNA in our mind. It is very important to focus on facts by using fair principles and be open about our interest. To negotiate effectively, we should focus on interest rather than focusing on positions. By focusing on interest, it is more likely that we will find a solution. It is important to speak clearly about one's own interest and to listen and acknowledge the interest of the other party as well. Both parties should be flexible and open to new ideas while keeping their own interest in focus. The second thing is to understand others. Listening in order to understand the other person's viewpoint is a key requirement for successful negotiations. We need to separate people from the problem. Three types of people problems are commonly seen: problems due to perceptions, problems due to emotions, and problems due to communication. Conflicts usually arise because of differing interpretation of facts. Both parties during negotiation should try to put themselves in the other party's place, and they should try not to blame the other party for the problem by understanding each other's emotional needs. Both parties should make proposals which will appeal to both sides. Fear and anger are likely to arise when someone's interests are threatened. Acknowledging the emotion of other party is vital for reaching a successful agreement. During negotiations, all parties should listen actively and shall speak with a purpose. The third factor is to understand the situation. It is important to develop objective criteria which are the best for the situation and create relationship, not a battle. Try to find common areas to share and attempts to find potential solutions using techniques such as brainstorming for productive negotiations. The fourth and the most important concept is to negotiate for win-win opportunities. When both parties approach negotiation with an anticipation of achieving mutual benefit, both parties tend to win. It means in win-win approach, the negotiators aim to work together towards finding a solution to their differences that results in both sides being satisfied. In this scenario, both parties end up at minimum within their target ranges. In some cases, a win-win may result in a new solution that improves the position of both parties. A win-win solution can be achieved if the negotiators did some planning prior to their negotiation. When you want to build a meaningful and strong interpersonal relationship, we should not deviate from a win-win approach. Remember, negotiation is about finding an agreeable solution to a problem, not an excuse to undermine others. The other two orientations in negotiations are win-lose and lose-lose. In a win-lose scenario, both sides attempt to win without much regard for the outcome of the other party. In this approach, both parties may enter the negotiation with a best case scenario and a walkaway point. In a win-lose negotiation, one party falls within their target range and the other party falls outside their target range. It means while one side wins, the other loses. And this outcome may well damage future relationships between the parties. It also increases the likelihood of relationships breaking down and the process ending in a bitter dispute. In a lose-lose scenario, one of two things can happen. Either both parties concede bargaining positions outside their target ranges, or no deal is struck. Both parties may end up in a worse positions than when they started the negotiations. A set of ground rules or a third-party mediator may be useful if negotiations involve a highly controversial or emotional subject. Having effectively completed negotiations usually means that the relationship between the parties will continue and that the agreement should be documented. Remember, fairness shall be maintained in all negotiations. Hope that this video is helpful for you to plan your negotiations. Our next video will be about conflict management techniques. Thanks for watching this video and see you again on next Friday. Goodbye.